Hi guys, my name is Jessica Singer and I'm a senior BIS student here at Miami. My definition for health communication here, I'm going to break it down for you a little bit. I said that everyone has their own idea as to what they think the term health means, but because of varying cultures or personal experiences, the term can be somewhat perplexing. Health is normally defined as a person's mental or physical condition, but can also include a person's social well-being. And for communication in return, communication is at the heart or center of who we are as human beings. So it's our way of exchanging information. And from an intrapersonal communications perspective, the researcher would target what people's beliefs are, their attitudes, values, and their feelings towards health-related messages. And from an interpersonal perspective, the researcher would focus in on the relationships one has, or such as between patients and providers, or they investigate how our everyday relationships affect our health. So overall, health communication is the study and practice of communicating promotional health information, for example, as in public health campaigns. We've got health education, and between the doctor and the patient. So the purpose of creating and broadcasting this information is to influence personal health choices by improving the understanding and of basic health information and services needed to make proper health decisions. So, one of the challenges that I thought would be most important would be the tension between traditional and new approaches to healthcare. And this is because healthcare providers have pursued traditional approaches, largely the physical health-oriented approaches, to healthcare that have been challenged in recent years. And the pressures between the newer approaches that people have come up with and the people who still support the traditional ways about healthcare. So by concentrating primarily on just the physical causes of illness, this approach does not always focus on the psychosocial conditions of an illness, such as coping abilities or cultural norms. So this may result in the problem of failure to recognize how a patient's daily life or world may lead to their inability to adhere or comply with recommended treatments. So many curative approaches to fighting disease have extremely negative effects on the patient's quality of life, resulting in more people being interested in palliative care. And this would be considered a new approach to medicine that strictly focuses on reducing pain and suffering for the terminally ill versus prolonging their life through sickness and time spent away from loved ones. So I chose this challenge because it's critical to all of our futures due to there always being a variation of opinions that would be, what would be best for the certain patient when handling these situations. So another challenge that I thought would be important would be the impact of new technologies on healthcare. The internet's widely available to everybody, and technology such as cellular technology itself has advanced to where now we can, it's changed how people collect or obtain their health information. So I chose this challenge because it's because the communication that we're continuing, it needs to advance, and it will advance specifically and how we speak about health. The internet is becoming more important for providers to either communicate with each other or to provide a place of social support for the patients. And this gives health campaign designers the chance to reach enormous numbers of individuals with exclusive health-oriented messages due to the advances of this medium. So, and lastly, the topic or chapter that I thought looked most interesting to me would have to be Chapter 2, because it investigates key problems and formulated theories in relation to provider-patient interactions. And the reason I did this was because at my current place of employment, I conduct very detailed surveys, for example, like on behalf of United Healthcare, where I ask participants how satisfied or dissatisfied they were with their with their interaction with the provider that they've had following a number of varying attributes accompanying that visit. So this is during the survey. Because of this, I hear a wide mixture of responses involving patient and provider differences in the context of health. Some participants, they complain in the open-end section of the survey where they can say what they want, not just answering a question, that they're extremely confused about their co-pays, or they don't know why their medication got switched, for example, or, why it's no longer available to them. And this can all stem them back to the effective communication skills training for providers to be more efficient and clear when they speak to patients, so that there isn't this confusion. When I'm on the phone with them, I can't help them with, you know, what their insurance or whatever, but because of that miscommunication, they're feeling this dissatisfaction, and it all goes back to that. So, you know, the more clear they are, that the farther that they get in figuring out how they want to talk to patients, this will make these barriers less, you know, in the future. We won't have them anymore. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my video. I tried hard.